Welcome back. Josh Taylor, Jeff Hathhorn in the 93.7 The Fan newsroom. We down the last few minutes of the show. We got time for one more call. We're going to go out to Washington with Chuck. Chuck, you're on the Nightly Sports Call.
Hello.
Hello, Chuck.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
My question is, what did you think of Stephon Tuitt's first game back after his injury last year?
Great question. Thank you for the call. Jeff, I don't know about you. I'm a big Stephon Tuitt guy. Another guy, good human, good player, and you hope they marry themselves together when the situation calls for it. I was really impressed, not really just with the individual effort, but I'll kind of lump this together. Cam Hayward, Tyson Alualu, who probably was not talked about nearly enough, plus Stephon Tuitt. I think those three guys together all played extremely well.
Yeah, I think Tyson really played a nice game, and I think Tuitt can be disruptive. I mean, you add Tuitt to that defense for next year. And I was really worried when on Wednesday he rested an Achilles injury, which we didn't know about, but thankfully he was back in full practice the last couple of days because he's been kind of like James Conner. He's had some unlucky injuries, but he can be an impact player on that defense. And I don't know if I'm Denver right now and I'm trying to figure out how to protect my quarterback. I mean, there are so many guys that not only can get after the pressure, but could clog up the middle to allow, guys like Tyson that can clog up that middle to allow the outside guys to get in. I just really like this Steeler defense. It's as good as it's been in maybe 10, 15 years. I mean, it's just fun to watch.
I'm thinking just from the fact of the way the guys play up front, the two guys off the edge, the corners, the safeties, even Vince Williams and Devin Bush, the way they played. Vince Williams looked like Vince Williams from a couple of years ago, rushing from that middle linebacker position. Everything was firing the way they wanted it to. And I'll ask you this on top of it. If you're looking at this defense, there's been so much talk about, who's the weak link. Of course, the easy answer is Terrell Edmunds. That's the one whose name probably comes up first when they're talking about weak links. But as far as what this unit can do you see any weaknesses completely as far as this unit goes?
The only thing I saw in the Giants game was not getting off the field on third down. I mean, that was one issue that they had. But, they sold out to stop the run. They not only stopped Saquon Barkley, but they had guys that are Hall of Fame caliber questioning whether Barkley's a good fit in the league or with the team. Wow. I mean, this is Saquon Barkley, one of the best backs, if not the best back in the NFL. And they shut him down so much that there was so much criticism of Saquon. So that tells you about the defense. They were able to do that and yet had enough on the back end to not get burned. I mean, I think Terrell Edmunds, a year with Minka Fitzpatrick, I love his athleticism. I think he's trying to find his role. And if he can find that role, he's good enough to cover tight ends. I think he can be an impact player on defense. But, yeah, I think going in, he is a question mark, and so is Vince Williams covering receivers.
That's it for us. For Jeff Hathhorn, I'm Josh Taylor. We'll see you tomorrow night. Take care.